Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. My name is Amir. I'm one of the third-year psychiatry residents here at UCSF, and I want to take you through a day in the life of a third-year resident.
Okay, cool.
This year, third year definitely looks a little bit different. So you'll see that I'm actually working from home a lot. And that's because the third year here at UCSF is an opportunity for us to work as outpatient psychiatrists. So I'm going to show you different parts of my week to take you through a day in the life of.
So let's start with a look at the neighborhood that I live in. I love living in Mission Bay. On top of being one of the main UCSF campuses, it's also one of the sunniest, safest, and convenient neighborhoods to live in. On top of easy access to good food and great coffee, gyms, parks, and weekend events, it's also located right on the UCSF shuttle line, which I use basically every day to get around campus. Now, here's a quick peek into my workplace, also known as my apartment. I happen to live in one of the UCSF housing units, and I do this for a few different reasons. But I think one of the biggest is that it's modestly below market value. And there's definitely other reasons, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about that. So here we get a shot at my battle station, and that's where I'll meet you in the morning.
So this morning I have my general continuity clinic, which is a general psychiatry clinic that we can use to schedule our general outpatients and our therapy cases. Then after my cases, I will have an hour of supervision. One part of the day is checking my in-basket, which is the messaging system that we use within Epic, our electronic medical record. And so you'll see that I'll get prescription requests. Patients can message me directly and ask me questions, hopefully non-urgently. It's good to check our in-basket at least once a day to try and provide good and responsive care to the patients that are reaching out to us. So just wrapped up a clinic for the morning. I saw 2 therapy cases, and in about 20 minutes I will have supervision, specifically psychodynamic supervision, where I get to discuss my psychodynamic case, then talk about anything that's coming up, transference, countertransference, defense mechanisms, interpretations, whatever comes up during the sessions, we share or can share with our supervisor. We record our sessions. All patients consent to recording their therapy sessions, so we also have film to show our supervisors. But in the meantime, I have 20 minutes, so I'm going to prepare for my longitudinal clinic tomorrow on my LCE, which is a mood clinic at the VA. I'm going to take you through how I actually get onto the VA network here from home. So these are the tools that I need to use to be able to log on to the VA. But most importantly, because we are working remote, it is necessary to have the shorts on. So let's show you how this all connects.
Here you can see all the adapters I need to use in order to get onto our government health record, and here I'll spare you the real-time wait of actually logging onto the system. Now, I'm recording this on a Wednesday, which means that it's a didactics day. Didactic scheduling changes each year, and during the third year, we have it every week from 1 to 3. This specific didactic was part of our PGY-3 and 4 neuroscience curriculum, and here's a shot of us wrapping up a session on psychiatry and society.
All right, finished up didactics just now. I have a little bit of white space, which is what we call these periods where we just don't have anything scheduled. I'm gonna take you guys with me down the street. Got my mask. We're gonna take a bike to get some supplies that we need for the weekend. Here we go. All right, so I live here in San Francisco, and I actually don't have a car. I brought it down for a few months, but for me living in Mission Bay, it wasn't something I actually felt like I needed. So in order to get to the store here, I'm actually going to take one of the shared bikes. They're not the most sanitary in the world, but it's a great way to get around town. As you can see, this is really important, middle of the day business.
All right, so here's a peek at why I made that store run in the middle of the day. This was from a social event that weekend, introducing our third year class to the new interns. And just take a look at this intern strength. Whew! All right, let's get back to the week.
Hey, good morning. So it's about 6:30 right now on Thursdays, which means that I get to go into the San Francisco VA. I'll plan on taking 2 shuttles this morning, one to UCSF and then from UCSF to the VA, since I sort of live on the other side of town out here in Mission Bay. So let's go take these shuttles. Made it to the VA here in the consult office. Show you around.
So here at the San Francisco VA, we're really lucky to have an absolutely gorgeous campus. Right now I'm walking over to one of my favorite views in the entire city. But behind me you'll see the Psychiatry mental health building and a hoptel. Take a look at this. Now I'm heading to my moonlighting shift, which I do once a week here at the PES, or Psychiatric Emergency Service. So moonlighting is a really great opportunity for residents. We can start doing it during our second year, and it's a great way to just get more comfortable with making decisions on your own. We moonlight here in the psych emergency department as well as the medical emergency department. So often we'll have very undifferentiated acute patients that need emergent care. All right, it's 11 o'clock. Just finished up my moonlighting shift. It's time to head home. There aren't shuttles that run this late, so I'll be Ubering home. Made it back home, so looking forward to, winding down for the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So what other clinics do we do besides general psychiatry clinics? Well, actually a few. During the week, you'll also see that I have a child and adolescent clinic, of which residents can either rotate through the university clinic. I am at the general hospital. And there's also an option to rotate at the Children's Hospital in Oakland. Another clinical experience that we get to schedule is an integrated experience where we get to implant ourselves as psychiatrists within a multidisciplinary team. And that can be really satisfying to be able to provide support to not only patients, but also to other doctors. And finally, we also get time for electives. So today my elective is one that I worked out with the consult service at San Francisco General Hospital. I get to go in one afternoon a week and be a senior resident to the PGY-2s who are rotating. For someone like me who is interested in inpatient work, it's a nice way to break up clinic during third year and get back into the hospital, especially now that we're working from home. People often ask what I think about working from home. And I think like most things in life, there's good to it and there's not so good to it. It's nice to be able to reduce my commute, be able to get some extra sleep in, exercise in between patients, and at the same time, there are some downsides. I miss being able to see my co-residents. You miss out on some of those little things. We don't get to see each other in the hallways. You miss out on some of those smaller contacts that we didn't really think about much before the pandemic. For example, on Tuesdays when we'd go to grand rounds, it was a great opportunity to be able to connect with the interns and the second years and the fourth years. But overall, we understand that these are temporary measures during the pandemic and that we will get through it together. So where do we start this morning? Well, each clinic starts with a half an hour pre-hash. So what'll happen this morning is that myself and the other residents assigned to this clinic will give an overview of our patients to the attending. So at this point, why don't we go ahead and meet the team? All right, busy morning, but we're all done. Plan now is to grab all my things and get ready to head over to San Francisco General, where I'll be spending time with the consult service in the afternoon. As part of this rotation, I get to be a senior for the PGY-2s, but I also get to help teach the medical students. It's a really fun way for me to end the day. So why don't we head over to San Francisco General? All right. So just wrapped up, which means I'm all done for the day. It's a really fun day where I got to do some teaching with the third year medical student, and we also got to go see a couple of new consults and got to see how she was able to interview and provide some feedback, which is always a fun part of being a senior when you're on a rotation. So that's my day. It's really fun being a resident. I think every year it gets only better. And we'd love to know if this would be a good program for you. So please
feel free to reach out to me. My name is Amir. Feel free to reach out to any of the residents. We're more than happy to answer any of your questions and just answer some more questions about what it's like to live a day in the life of a resident here at UCSF. Good luck, take care, bye.